Welcome to a club for people who love good movies. Use the links in the description to navigate the list of films quickly. Identity. When a vicious storm breaks out in the Nevada desert, 10 people seek refuge in an isolated motel. At the same time, a serial killer under the care of psychiatrist Dr. Malik, who has just found the killer's revealing journal, awaits execution for murdering a group of motel guests. When the storm's and travels realize they are being killed off one by one, limo driver at Dakota bids to stay alive and reveal the murderer's identity.
Secret Window. While in the process of annulling a divorce from his wife, writer Mort Rainley relocated to his remote cabin in upstate New York for solitude. Attempting to recover his mental health, Rainley had the misfortune of being found by John Shooter, a farmer who claims Rainey plagiarized his work. At first, Rainey ignored the accusations, but Shooter has no intention of quietly disappearing. Soon Shooter becomes increasingly vicious on his quest for retribution.
Gothika.
The Sixth Sense. Young old seer Haley Joel Osment is haunted by a dark secret. He is visited by ghosts. Cole is frightened by visitations from those with unresolved problems who appear from the shadows. He is too afraid to tell anyone about his anguish except child psychologist Dr. Malcolm Grove, Bruce Willis. As Dr. Grove tries to uncover the truth about Cole's supernatural abilities, the consequences for client and therapist are a jolt that awakens them both to something unexplainable. Fight Club. A depressed man, Edward Norton, suffering from insomnia, meets a strange soul salesman named Tyler Durden, Brad Pitt, and soon finds himself living in his squalid house after his perfect apartment is destroyed. The two bored men form an underground club with strict rules and fight other men who are fed up with their mundane lives. Their perfect partnership phrase when Marla Helen Bonham Carter, a fellow support group crasher, attacks Tyler's attention. The Orphanage. Laura has happy memories of her childhood in an orphanage. She convinces her husband to buy the place and help her convert it into a home for sick children. One day, her own adopted son Simon disappears. Simon is critically ill, and when he is still missing several months later, he is presumed dead. Grief-stricken Laura believes she hears spirits who may or may not be trying to help her find the boy. Shutter Island. The implausible escape of a brilliant murderess brings U.S. Marshal Teddy Daniels, Leonardo DiCaprio, and his new partner Mark Ruffalo to Asia Cliff Hospital, a fortress-like insane asylum located on a remote, windswept island. The woman appears to have vanished from a locked room, and there are hints of terrible deeds committed within the hospital walls. As the investigation deepens, Teddy realizes he will have to confront his own dark fears if he hopes to make it off the island alive.
The Uninvited. A young woman's nightmarish past returned to trigger off a bizarre phobia she was once cured of. An intense fear of space, aided only by closeness to walls, she becomes a physical survivalist when her remote house suddenly becomes the spiritual battleground of evil forces gathered to torture her during a night of terror.
Ghostland. A mother of two inherits a home from her aunt. On the first night in the new home, she is confronted with murderous intruders and fight for her daughter's lives. 16 years later, the daughters reunite at the house, and that is when things get strange. Abduction. A man steps out of Park Fontaine in Ho Chi Minh City with no recollection of who he is or where he came from, as he wanders through the city, piecing together clues to his